This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
But it's not whoever wins the war, right? But we don't need to forget our history because
why would I fight for?
Oh, I wouldn't be fighting for this government.
Why would I?
Hey, they do it. They fucking us too.
What? And I understand that you a Vic. You a
fucking us too.
Vic. You a Vic.
Yeah.
So how many? So let me ask you this.
You know how many people I killed?
You went to fight a war
for my brothers.
You went to
fight a war with me. It wasn't for the fucking government.
But
I
it ain't
can
had
tell you
nothing
that.
to do with you though. You should have stayed your ass at home.
with your family.
With your family. It had nothing to do with you.
You said, sir, what's your name, sir? I'm sorry. What's your name?
What? I don't know, man.
You say you didn't own slaves, you didn't trade slaves?
Will.
Huh?
Will something.
Yeah, but he said he didn't own slaves. He had the biggest Walmart of human beings on Adams Avenue.
Oh, this person
Yeah,
right
he was the biggest slave trader in the country.
The biggest slave trader.
The biggest slave, he's the Sam Walton, Michael Jordan slave trader. Yeah, I mean, you admit that, right?
I won't deny that. No.
Yeah, but also he's the father of private prisons. So on President A.L.L, he used black slave labor, convict labor, to raise hogs and grow cotton and corn. He did that on President A.L.'s in the 1870s.
Yes, he did.
So I'm saying people being disingenuous now acknowledge his awards. He was a military genius.
You're exactly right.
He was a military genius. I can't take that away from
Hey,
him.
I will not disagree with you.
Okay, so what do we need to do then? I mean, honestly, what do we need? I mean, this week was a horrible week for everybody.
Well, I think we need to accept the fact that history is history, and it's not pretty. It's brutal. It's bloody.
Right.
It's oppressive. It's tyrannical. But we don't, history is history, and we don't need to forget history because we don't want to repeat it.
We can't repeat. I think his repeat like the season anyway.
Well, we don't want to repeat.
How can we stop from repeating it?
Well,
it's like Fourth Reich
by understanding history and being educated on. I'm not saying we don't want to repeat some of it, but we definitely don't want to repeat those dark histories.
But look, you heard about like Operation Northwest, right?
Yes.
They try to get President Kennedy. They're doing this shit right now. This is what they're doing, these false flags, these mass shootings. But you know that the Department of Homeland Security, they've been in the process of buying 1.4 billion rounds of bullets. You can have your gun, but you don't have goddamn bullets.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm saying like what they doing Jedi mind tricks. Well, we let you have your guns.
You know what I honestly think? I honestly think they're trying to turn me and you against each other.
Honestly, they're trying to implement martial law.
I think so.
That's what they doing.
Me too.
That's what they doing.
Me too.
There won't be no election this year.
Bullshit. Homeland Security.
Right.
I don't know.
They buying up the bullets. You heard about them buying up the bullets? The police departments can't have enough bullets for target practice.
No, but we can. I'm not allowed to own 20,000 rounds for my gun and have them at my house. Go shoot on weekends if I want to. But they can have whatever they want. If we're unarmed, it's easier for them to take over.
You have your gun bone. Have you heard that the Department of Homeland Security since 2012 have bought 1.4 billion rounds of bullets? They're buying bullets. Police departments say they can't have enough bullets for target practice. They don't have enough bullets for
target practice.
And for not only for target, but also they're having their gun in their inventory.
Target practice. That's right.
Yeah,
why are they armoring up and they're trying to de-armor us?
Oh, because it's martial law coming. They might not be no election this year.
9/11, Homeland Security, the three powers of government, all got wrapped up in the Department of Homeland Security.
Right.
Now you got domestic terrorism, martial law. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna make you work your farm
an inside job.
and take away
it's
your.
It's always an inside job. FDR knew about Pearl Harbor.
It's been
where
an inside
did
job,
Emo Yamamoto went to school?
This shooter that just killed the cops in Dallas. They didn't catch him. They went in with a claymore on the end of a damn robot and blew him up. You know what I'm saying? So
military.
We'll never see who that guy was. That guy was government operative, man. You know
Tim McVeigh, Special Forces, John Muhammad, DC sniper, military. Oh, this guy was military. But here's the thing: the guy who planted Pearl Harbor, where he go to school? Yeah, Harvard University. Emo Yamamoto with we talking about the fly airplanes. This guy who masterminded Pearl Harbor. You know, FDR used to be in the U.S. Navy. He used to work for the U.S. Navy, assistant secretary of the Navy. They know about Pearl Harbor. They knew about 9/11.
I'm not big on all the details and shit.
But I'm telling you, we train our own terrorists.
Yeah.
Robert E. Lee went to West Point.
Right.
We train our terrorists, man.
They're right. It's the government, man. It's
right.
We're all mad at each other.
That's why you know how Dan Forrest.
Everybody's mad at whatever. Right. Think of it this way: the government is the one that's been in control from the get-go.
Right.
They allow all that shit to happen because their pockets get lined.
I agree with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So fuck us. It's easier if we're worried about each other, what each other's doing, and we're stuck on it. Right.
They can clean up the horse shit, sir. Not the taxpayers.
Then they can do whatever they want to do. The media, you don't ever hear
I sweep.
Man got killed. This, that, and the other. It's black versus white.
They're trying to start a race war.
Right. They want to keep us fighting. I called Fox 13 when the boy got killed in Memphis.
Oh, Darius Stewart, or which one?
The one in Memphis. No, the one that got shot. The one that tried to hit the cop or whatever, something like that. Back, whatever. It had nothing to do with justice for him or this, that, and the other. I called Fox 13. And I said, man, how come I didn't hear about these two black guys that beat the shit out of an old man, stole his car, and kept him in the car for like a week? How come it wasn't black versus white then? Nobody got killed. Her exact fucking words. And I said, you know what, man?
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, too. Somebody told me.
They're trying to keep us fighting against each
other.
You know
when they release the most important news, what day of the week they release the most important news? Friday. Because they figure the weekend you'll forget about this shit by the time the weekend rolls around. So the most important shit you need to know back in the news cycle is released on Friday.
Well, look at it this way. Like, watch MSNBC.
Nah, that's bullshit too.
It is bullshit. It is bullshit. It's all government controlled.
Fox, right.
I watch it because it's like
you don't post this propaganda. It's like wearing our hearts for yellow.
It's what they say. What they want you to think. MSNBC is primarily liberal, right?
Supposedly.
Yeah, well, it's government control.
A.L.L started both of them. He's like sexual harassment lawsuit. He started MSNBC and Fox.
The little shit, how pissed off they get because of Trump. And then Hillary doing what she's doing.
She's supposed to be in jail. I agree with you.
Right. Right in front of our faces. He got caught getting on the plane. Right? Oh, no, that didn't happen. They were talking about their grandkids. Oh, okay. That was, okay. Yeah, right. And then, boom, the FBI, we didn't find no evidence to charge her. Yeah, we can't.
What made me upset was after that guy had killed all those people in the church.
Yeah, Dylan Roof.
How dare he bring the Confederate flag into a situation like that? The flag had nothing to do with it. Look, it is a man who is a
weak-minded boy. It was a weak-minded boy that, with his testosterone, his hormones, and whatever the fuck he had running through him, being a teenage kid.
The minute they showed that picture on the media, I became so sad. All hell's gonna break loose.
Do you know where they caught him at, right? You know he was caught in Shelby, North Carolina. You know the significance of that?
No.
Shelby, North Carolina is the home birthplace of Thomas Dixon. You know who he was?
My memory's hazy.
He wrote The Klansman, which led to the resurrection of the Klan. It was led to the movie Birth of a Nation. Thomas Dixon was born in Shelby, North Carolina. He was a classmate of Woodrow Wilson, I believe, at Wake Forest. Or John Hopkins, one of them. But his book, The Klansman, led to the resurrection of the Klan. It was the inspiration for the Birth of a Nation movie.
Okay.
So they won't tell you that in the media. They don't tell you those type of story. Like July the 10th, today's date, when they let down the Confederate flag for South Carolina, is the birth date of Mary McLeod Bethune, a South Carolinian, one of the most important figures this country ever produced. She started the Bethune-Cookman College down in Daytona, Florida. She actually stood down in the Klan with just some girls that went to her school. On her own, became an important advisor to FDR and Harry Truman in their cabinet. So today is her birthday. And we don't even know who the hell she is anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's so important to study this stuff because it's like so many things they won't tell you.
They miss all the little details.
But they do it on purpose though, because they want us at each other's throats.
They're not missing the details; they're leaving them out.
Like you read the book Secrets of the Federal Reserve, right?
Check this out. Check it out. The government. Okay, if there's nobody governing the government,
right?
How can we determine or how can we prove what they're telling us is true? Whatever they say is truth.
Yeah, go live right quick.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm in Facebook jail.
Hey, Thaddeus, how you doing? Hey, brother. I'm sorry, condolences for you. I'm sweating. I'm sorry, man. It's a condolences for your mom, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
It's an honor. I gotta get your point of view on this, man. I mean, I gotta get your point. You gotta get in front of here. I gotta get your point of view.
My point of view on what?
On this statue, using taxpayer money for the upkeep of this statue, where they're closing down schools and charging us to go on Bill Street. We paying taxpayer money in a 70% black town for the upkeep of this memorial connecting Bedford ForREst. And this is day to day.
When we gonna knock it down? Midline, you ever heard of?
I don't know. I'm asking you. I wish we were doing right now this week like we had.
Well, you don't take.
I've never studied that.
You don't take taxpayers' dollars to save a statue of a racist. Okay. We got parks all over this city.
That's right.
We've got things in this community that needs to be taken care of, and we've got taxpayers' dollars watching a statue. Okay. This statue in a city like Memphis, where we're over 80% black, why is Nathan Bedford, what's his name? ForREst. Why is the dead man still in, this is not a cemetery. So if we're talking about bringing things to be fair, I think the city council has already voted to remove the statue. So it's time for the statue to go.
The Tennessee state law protects war memorials. They got a law that the state of Tennessee passed protecting places like this.
So the Tennessee law is more protective of the rights of a dead man than it is the lives of folk who are still alive and taxpayers.
Wouldn't it be the same kind of thing though? Me taking care of that Section 8 housing subdivision?
Well, you
and my tax dollars and my check going to take care of that when nobody in there is working.
Now let me say this. You do realize that there are more white folk on Section 8 than it is blacks in America, don't you? Hey, even in welfare. I don't. You know what?
Motherfuckers everywhere, brother. It don't matter what color you are.
I don't agree.
Get your ass
with
out there and
Section.
work for a
I don't
living,
agree with Section 8 myself.
Right.
Okay. I don't live in Section 8.
Black, Chinese, man.
Okay. I don't agree with Section 8. I have to get up every day and go and work. Okay. I believe that everybody should work, but I also believe that in a city like Memphis, that is 80% African American, why do we need a statue of Nathan Bedford ForREst still in the middle of the city? City Council has already voted that this needs to be removed. Why not move it to the cemetery? It's dead folk in there.
Why not leave it be and quit bothering with it and quit worrying about it and quit making a big deal about it?
Because it's going to be honored.
See, the thing that you have to understand, no matter what we want to say, racism is very much still alive in Memphis and all across the country.
We allow it.
No, it's not because
it's like the subject of this. That's perpetuating the cycle of racism, right?
No.
Yeah. Because he owned slaves or this, that, and the other because he was white and he was black. So we're going against.
I do kind of have a problem with slavery now.
Right.
I do kind of have a problem with the history of slavery.
History,
but here's the problem. No. It's not in the past. Here's the thing that happens in America. And if we ever decide that we're going to talk about racism, you got to understand.
I wouldn't lose no sleep over it tonight.
Well, but see,
you don't have to. People don't have to. You ain't gotta worry.
See, as a white man in America, you're treated differently than a black man in America. It's not equal. You know, yes it is, sir. See,
how's it not really?
See,
y'all walk around with guns now, firing them up in the air, but let us walk around with guns and we got fucking license. It's a fucking problem.
How is it that Bancorp South? How is it that Bancorp South gives?
I'm just saying though. You said it really ain't a difference though.
You're more than welcome to carry your gun around me. It ain't gonna bother me none.
It ain't about you.
It is about me.
You ain't the one gonna shoot me down if I walk around with it.
That's them.
It's the other white motherfucker who gonna do this shit.
No, it ain't the white
motherfucker. You a motherfucking lying. The fuck you gonna say that? You a damn lying.
It's the black cops too.
Motherfucking lying.
Brother's too hot out here.
Come it down. Sure. James Thaddeus MatTHEws.
And we got
okay, sir.
I'm not a citizen.
Talking right now.
You know what?
I'm not a citizen.
Okay.
I'm a Civil War historian.
Okay.
And I have an abstract view of all the history, and I understand why some of this is offensive. And I don't live here, and I don't know that I would agree with taxpayer dollars supporting the upkeep of it. If they want to upkeep it, they need to keep it up themselves. I'm not in favor of removing historical monuments because that's what fascists do. However, I posed the question to him, I'll ask you. Sure. As a historian, I have the utmost respect for the black soldiers. They were referred to then as USCT, U.S. Colored Troops. That's what they were called. Hundreds of them from the Memphis area supported the Union cause, emancipation of slavery. I just wonder why, and I'm just asking, why don't black historians and people that embrace the African American history in the United States, why don't they propose erecting some monuments here to the USCTs that fought and died for your freedom?
Can I make it for you real simple and tell you just how simple it is? It's because in black America, those who make the decisions for black folk are not in
decisions for white people. Their pockets are getting lined and they don't give a flying fuck about us.
And that's exactly what's going on.
We're all mad at each other. In the past, the government
city council.
Right. You saying it though, bro, but what I'm asking you is how can you not be mad about this?
How you doing?
How can we not be mad?
I can't change it.
You can't change it. You trying to justify it. You trying to justify it.
I ain't justifying shit. I'm telling you the past is past.
I got this scar on my knee. I got this scar on my knee when I was about 4 years old, and you can still see the motherfucker.
You still see the one on my forehead? I got split brass knuckles. Okay, you don't see me tripping out over the dude that hit me, dude.
It's a scar to us, though, bro. You hear me? Right. So we can still see it.
Scars are character.
Understand.
It makes you who you are today.
Understand this.
It's just like when you make a mistake, all right? Something happens. Are you going to live on that, feed on the negative, and let it just keep dragging you down? Or are you going to go, man, look, this is what we learned. I'm going to be a bigger person. I'm going to fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
But please, what is white privilege? Slavery?
What's black lives? What, I mean, we all matter.
All right, go ahead, man. Please, we just having a conversation, man. We have a conversation.
Everybody split. We don't want any trouble. Feel free to talk.
Hey, brother, how you doing, sir?
You said you was down there downtown.
Take it easy. I got my card. Let me use my card.